Hello and welcome to More Than One Opinion. My name is Rody Nupur and my co-host Jinnie Day. Today's topic will be interesting and I'm hoping that we can touch on a few things that will entice you.
So when we're talking about enticing success and basically what that means for us and things that we have learned from our mentors that we have followed over the years, and it's always going to be a work in progress and we're always going to be learning as we go along, trial and error, so on and so forth. So one of the things that I've personally picked up that I've seen that's a common thread amongst all successful entrepreneurs is forming good habits. I think that's pretty key. Whatever your particular habit is, you need to see what works for you.
Yeah.
But they have, the one key thing is that they all have good habits that they consistently follow, daily, weekly, and things like that.
Yeah.
So, Brad, do you want to take the viewers through any specific habits that you kind of follow that sets you up for that mindset to breed success?
So I believe habits is another word for being disciplined. But because people automatically think military, like discipline, yes sir, no sir. So that all comes from performing under pressure because you're used to doing certain things so many times that it's second nature to you. So then you perform under pressure or whatever the situation, you just perform. So I believe, everyone has their own different things. For me, it's a balance. It's very important that you have a balance in life, whether it be physical, where you go to the gym, have a good routine where you're physically fit, because there's no use being overweight, unhealthy, dying of a million diseases, and then trying to run a business. You're not going to succeed. You're not going to be in it for a long run. You're not even going to see the fruits of your labor. So all successful people seem to follow the being fit. Also, a lot of them have a spiritual side to them. Now, whether it be you believe God, universe, whatever you want to believe, but there has to be a spiritual side to you because we are spiritual beings.
Yeah.
Okay. I post a lot on being that you're a spirit in a body.
Yes.
Okay. So you are a spirit, so you need to be in touch with that. And this is the vessel that you've been given. You're not going to get given another one. So you need to look after it. When you maintain your car, you maintain it, you service it. You've got a strict time where you need to maintain it, whether it hit the kilometers or the dates. You need to go and service it. So change parts that needs to be done, certain things like that. Your vessel, your body is also like that. You need to make sure that you're eating good food, your diet's on check. You eat regularly, you eat the right things, everything's correct. This is a form of discipline. Not you binge at night and do whatever you want. And then you think, oh, why is it that I'm overweight? Because you eat crap food at night.
Or you're feeling sluggish and have brain fog.
You eat crappy food and then you say, why is it that person looks the way he looks or she looks? Because that person is disciplined. So for me, it's a balance. Make sure that you spend good time with your family. Make sure that you spend good time with your business. Everything is a balance. Not too much of everything. It's like just, okay, if it's all family, cool, you're not going to work out, you're not going to business, you're not anything, because everything's going to fall. If it's all business, everything else is going to suffer. So I think a balance. That way you'll find that you'll just hover through life very nicely. Everything will fall into place really nicely. You're adaptive to it. You're physically good. You're mentally stable. Everything's a balance. Don't chase too many things. So we titled that Chasing Success or Enticing Success. Look, I have a theory, and it doesn't have to apply for everyone. This is just my theory, is that if you act desperate in any situation, most people will run away from you. Success, wealth, money, everything will run away from you because nobody likes a desperate person. Desperate people usually sink you. They usually pull you down with them. So no one wants to go in business with someone that's looking desperate. If he's desperate, is it because he doesn't have enough money, or what is he going to do? So people don't want that. So it's not that you don't want to be eager to do business or eager to do certain things. It's just don't be desperate. And don't show this don't put out this desperation vibe where people can smell it and they can feel it. Look that, you know what, I'm successful and I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've perfected what I do. I love what I do. I enjoy what I do. And you know what? When you come into a business with me, I'll complement your business and your partnership as you will complement mine. Okay, not because I need you desperately, but hey, if we work together, we'll do really well.
It's mutually beneficial.
It's definitely like that.
Yeah.
And so that's my theory of things. I heard this admiral one time on a podcast that I was listening to. Says the first thing that you must do in the morning is make your bed. Mm-hmm. Make your bed. Because if you don't make your bed, you don't start off on the right track. Your bed's not even made. You think you're going to run a business? Your bed's not even made. You think you're going to run friendships and health, and you're not disciplined with the smallest things.
Yeah.
So wake up, make sure that everything's on check. Mm-hmm. Your house looks smick. You look smick. Everything that you do looks good. Okay?
It's in order. There's no clutter.
Okay, people are going to see you. Don't think, oh, but I've got this thing where people walk out and they dress up in their, onesie and whatever. Dude, that's cool. But you have no idea how many times you bump into people when you're not dressed good. And it's like...
You're talking about onesie wearing out?
You're out.
Out wearing onesies?
And they buy things, and you're dressed down. Okay? Mm-hmm. Look at it like every time that you leave the house. I'm not saying you've got to do yourself up and whatever.
Yeah,
but look the part, look presentable. When you go to the gym, look the part. You're going to, there's business and there's relationships and there's things happening at all times, not a specific time.
Yourself, you attract what you put out
That's
there.
exactly what it is. So that people are attracted to that. Success is enticed in the same way. What's success? Success is people and opportunities around. So success isn't a name or a person. It is people, opportunities. So you're enticing them to want to do business with you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, correct.
So it's like you're enticing the opposite partner to be with you. Everything's enticing. Everything that you do. So people like someone that's classy, someone that's not desperate, someone that is sure about what they're doing, confident, good at what they do. The list goes on. So that's what people are attracted to. Success, as people, are attracted to that.
That's very, very well said.
Oh, thank you.
And is there any new habits that you would want to add into your existing routine you think that will elevate you to that next level?
Look, there's always a level of you don't know enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Know-it-all and everything is, you'll never succeed. Okay. You need to feel that, you know what, I don't know enough. I need to know more. I need to always better myself. I need to have an edge on my competition. I need to make sure that I'm collaborating with people. I need to make sure that I'm talking to other people that are on my level, that are above me, bettering the way I think about things, strategizing, seeing things, consistently growing and bettering your level. You can never be the best, so better yourself. Consistently improve on yourself. Meet people, have mentors, listen to podcasts, whether it be spiritual, physical, for health, for business, for relationships. Better yourself. Read, listen, better yourself. That's what I think I can never get enough of.
Knowledge.
Content. Like just understand knowledge. That you don't know everything. We are adaptive creatures. We learn. And then we show and we adapt to what we've learned. So you adapt what you've learned. You're not born with everything. So I believe consistently growing and just learning more and more and more.
Having a learning mentality.
It's a very important strategy to keep.
Yeah.
You don't know everything. And
I agree. Yeah, agree. And in terms of having a collaborative approach, how has that benefited your business?
So, look, for me, not to give too much information to people, but what I believe is that other people are good at what they do too.
Yeah.
They may be lacking some of your services or your expertise or whatever it is, and then you're lacking some of theirs. So why not try to join forces? Mm-hmm. Don't be greedy. There's a lot to eat.
Or threatened. Right? A lot of people feel their competition.
Yeah. Why am I teaching you? Look, you know what? Your workers are going to be, your staff is going to be your competition. So why don't create an atmosphere where people want to work with you and do business with you.
Yeah.
They don't look at you as competition. They look at you that, you know what, he's winning. I want to be with him. So that kind of style. Create an environment and a vibe that walks into the room before you do.
Yeah.
So that people go, wow, I just want to work with them. I want to have what they have. Okay, and I'm not saying you necessarily have to be a millionaire. That could come later, but that isn't it, right? So, so I believe that kind of style, that kind of way of thinking, collaborating, seeing opportunities where others do not, seeing where, you know what, for instance, she's a beautician. She doesn't do injectables because she doesn't have doctors and nurses. My profession is that. Why don't I collaborate with her? She's got clients. So then we go into that field where we collaborate, we become a partnership with them, and then she's gone from this level to this level. We've added a revenue that we never had because we've introduced a service to her. So, not to go into too much of my business model, but that in itself, why not?
Yeah.
Why do other people think about it? They do, but they're greedy.
That's that's a good point.
They're greedy and they think, oh, well, I don't want to teach her. It doesn't matter. I never had that business, so now I'm happy to share it.
All the like the knowledge and the skill set, and also the way of thinking. You need like to have some fresh,
correct,
approaches sort of like coming in. Other thing I wanted to sort of touch on is, I guess, doing things that are uncomfortable or difficult.
Getting out of your comfort zone.
Correct. So I feel, people obviously, have that fear of failure. Everyone does, or you're not, good enough.
Yeah.
Have you put yourself in a situation in business where, you've taken a chance or a risk that has paid off for you, or even if it hasn't paid off for you, what was sort of like the learning curve, but you were scared, but you did it anyway? Look,
I think you go into, it's not a gamble, but it's a shot that you need to take throughout your life. But as you get older, it has to become more calculated, more a smarter approach, a better spin on it. So honestly, make all the mistakes that you can between 18 and 28. Make all the mistakes you can, because they're going to be your experience and knowledge to carry on later on. If you don't make mistakes, when you do make a mistake when you're older, you'll fail miserably, because you've never had to fail. Fail is part of the process of building up, because as you fail, you learn and you put that into effect. Look, me creating Revive Clinics was that. It was a total change in what we normally did, and then me going into Revive Clinics as an industry was fairly new in doing PRP and other things in Australia about 6 years ago, where people didn't even know what PRP stood for. So that in itself, my family, everyone was like, what are you doing? This is like, because it's, again, their limitations, they will place them on you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying take stupid moves, but if you're sure about something, hey, give it a go.
Back yourself.
Yeah, back yourself, but give it a go if you can. But we're talking in another episode that keep 70%, go for it, and 30% just a contingency to fall back on if this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because it might not, but if it does, good on you. Some situations that I've done has done well. Others failed miserably. But I've learned and I've placed it into this. And, to me, it's just experience and knowledge that will carry you through for the rest of your life, with failures and wins. It's normal. It comes with the territory.
Yeah. And PRP is now one of your,
one of my
your
main
best-selling services.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's a main thing.
That defines your business.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
As a leading, in the cosmetic industry.
Look, when you but that was a chance, right? So it's like anything else. There's a lot of things that can make or break you. If you've done your your research, you've done your experience, you've had everything in place, go for it. You need to get out of your comfort zone, because if everyone else is doing everything else, where are you going to have your own platform? Where are you going to be distinguished from all the rest? So that's if you want to work on your own. You might want to just advance in your career. Again, you need to take chances in your career within the company or corporation that you work for, to excel and to be seen, to be different. So there's a lot of advantages in doing that. Also, there's some losses.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
You need to be
taking
good with the bad.
As they come. Yeah.
Taking good with the bad.
I've been obviously following quite a lot of podcasts of these two really reputable, brilliant minds, Vishen Lakhiani from, founder of Mind Valley, and Robin Sharma, along with, Jay Shetty, some brilliant content. And a lot of the common themes that sort of have come from their podcast is, doing things really from your soul print. It's like what you really stand for.
Correct.
And that will sort of, permeate into everything, your business, your, personal relationships and whatnot. So I think it's a really good question to ask. what is your soul print? What are the values that you stand for that are important to you? And, you know, doing things in your life that, you know, stem from those like particular values. So
look, I think it would be
what would
an
you
episode.
say your soul print?
Look, I think it would be an episode of its own because
Yeah, of
it's
course.
because this would be good to actually assess and give you a reflection and give you some tools.
Yeah.
On that. I couldn't summarize it in
No.
like in the in a minute, but
say your top three. What would you say? You know, your main values in your life that sort of drive you personally and professionally.
Look, there's a lot of things that would drive me, but for me, it's I do like success. It attracts me. Wealth does not. Wealth just comes with it. I like success. I like competition. I like doing that. That moves me. It excites me. So I'm a people's person. I love being around people. So some people are just keyboard warriors. They like being in their room and that's it.
Yeah.
That's not me. I like to be out, shaking hands, cuddling, doing things like that. So I know what drives me. I know what moves me. But I'd love to do an episode one day on this and actually assess what we do and how we got where we got, and if we can give some tools back to the audience to basically say, okay, well, if you haven't found your niche or you haven't found what it is, these are the tools that will help you assess for what you're good at or what you should be doing.
Or what fuels you in life.
You know, it makes you feel content and keeps you going because you've got to love what you do.
That's the number one key thing, and that's where it comes from. You really need to know what you stand for, what your values are.
Correct.
And then kind of take that, you know, that next step. So
Thank
thanks
you.
for sharing such amazing insight as
you.
always, Reddy.
Also, thank you.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of
Thank
More Than
you.
One Opinion. Hope that was informative for you. We'd love to hear about your journey of, you know, success, whether you're in business of your own or working in a corporation. Drop us a comment and stay tuned for more content.
Until next time, thank you.